Welcome to Microcap Explosions and Classic Value Investors. This is Mariusz Konieczny. Yesterday, I published this video, my rant on retail versus hedge funds, and it created quite a bit of feedback from me, and some teachers reached out to me how I was totally right, or I hit the nail on the head with talking about how the current generation doesn't want to learn anything. They just want to be fed the answers and doesn't want to think about solving problems and applying this to life. And for those of you who are teachers out there, I just want to, the first thing that comes to my mind, if you're a teacher, I just want to say my condolences to you, because your job right now, whether you teach high school, college, or whatever, is really hard. And I myself, do teaching because I'm a ballroom dance teacher, and I don't do this full time, and I do teach at a local university, and I don't even know how you guys, if you teach 8 lessons per day, 5 times a week, I don't know how you are not just completely exhausted and just depressed to death, because no matter what you do, you just cannot teach these people. They don't have any interest in learning. They don't have any interest in thinking for themselves. They just want to be given things, given answers. So I'm really sorry for you. I know you guys are struggling because you probably are trying to do good for the world, for the next generation, and you're just like hitting your head on concrete. So anyway, so that's it for that. Now, this video was kind of sparked by this comment here, because now everybody, like in the previous video, I was talking about how this discussion about GameStop, these Robinhood and Reddit traders, it's like I was telling you in yesterday's video, that it's like if you're on two rooms, one room that there's drugs, alcohol, girls, partying, and then we're sitting in the other room where it's quiet and we're trying to analyze companies. And it's easy to get distracted because you constantly get distracted by the other room. And if you see like a YouTube channel for CNBC, that's all they're talking about right now. It's Reddit retail traders, Robinhood, Robinhood crypto, Robinhood raising money because of liquidity, and blah 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 blah. And we have this talk about the new wave of investors, new wave of investing. The retail is getting involved and it's changing everything. And one guy here, Final Decoy, thank you very much for this comment, because it really, here's what he said. I'm literally seeing a bunch of people saying it's not necessary to analyze stocks anymore because this because of this market nonsense, that all you need to do is follow the trend on Reddit, and whatever Elon Musk pumps, recently he pumped Bitcoin, by the way, they are saying we are in a new paradigm on something because retail investors now make up a much bigger part of the market. Can't be can't be the euphoric signs of a stock market bubble, right? I mean, it doesn't get clearer than this. And I responded saying that I don't like throwing around the word bubble. I just like to focus on things that matter. But what, again, this is, I think what he's saying here, it is a good thing for us. And here's what I mean. If everybody is so distracted and focused on trend, momentum, you don't need to analyze stocks. What does this tell us? It tells us that we have literally very little competition in what we do. Okay. And that's a good thing, because if you're a long-term investor, if you look for good deals, you don't want a bunch of hedge funds or bunch of retail investors competing for that with you, right? If you are in the market to buy a house, the last thing you want is for 100 other people to be interested in that house. Okay? And that's what we have right now. There's As more retail people come into this space, and let's say they change the landscape, that is fantastic news for us. We have less and less competition. We can take our time. We can interview the CEOs. We can do our scuttlebutt. We can look for companies that nobody else is looking, because they're busy. They're busy in the other room, partying, doing drugs, getting high, and all that. So this is fantastic news for us. Now, if I bring up Oracle, and a lot of you are familiar with this, and let's look at the last 5 years. Okay, this is a stock that went from when I discovered it at 4 cents, and now we're sitting at almost $2, right? So we have $2 divided by 4 cents in 2018, 2019, 2020, about 3 years. Okay, so it's been a 50x in that period of time, and nobody was talking about it except me and a few other people. Okay, we were sitting in the room analyzing, we found it, we studied it, and what happened? We bought it. We literally had no competition. I remember when I was buying the stock, there was no one buying it. It was just me, and I saw the CEOs buying some shares. And I know that Kalichi was around buying some shares too, right? And and this is what you can do when you have no competition. You can find these gems, but you're not going to find them on Reddit. You're not going to find them on CNBC. You have to go and you have to turn over a lot of rocks to do that. But not only this, what did we do with microcap explosions? Which, I mean, back then I had no idea I would even have such a thing as microcap explosions. But as you know, microcap explosions was born, I think it was like August of 2020. So what did we do with Oracle? So I discovered it at 4 cents, and then over the period of time, when after in 2020 they finally resolved the legal battle, the next step was to raise money for drilling, right? And I was just hearing all these stories that there's this hedge fund and that hedge fund interested in investing. And that was when the stock was 20 cents, 30 cents. Supposedly some hedge funds were doing the due diligence and were going to come in and finance the company. Did they do anything? No, they were just doing a bunch of talking and not a lot of walking. And then what happened? We as a group, and so we as a group of microcap explosions, and some people outside of the group that were loyal shareholders, we financed the company at 60 cents. Okay, we financed the company at 60 cents. The stock price took off to more than a dollar. Then we financed it again at $1.20, in total raising close to like $20 million for the company. And now we're sitting at almost $2. Okay, we had no competition from the hedge funds that were doing a bunch of talking. No one in the retail space was really talking about it. We came in, we were our own catalyst, and we financed it. And in a boring way, this turned out to be a 50x for us that started really, really early. And now I'm looking at a lot of different opportunities. And actually, if you are part of microcap explosions, you know that, and please don't reveal the name, but you know that I am kind of in the middle of doing something like this with another company, where we might come in and be our own catalyst and inject the company with capital through private placements from, I don't know, 100 members or so, and we're going to create our own catalyst. And I am in the middle of it right now, and I couldn't do an interview with the CEO yet, but not too long ago I did a write-up on the website. So if you remember, I know you read it, but I wanna, as of now, if everything goes well, I will be doing for the site interview with the CEO Tuesday or Wednesday, if everything goes well, but we have it scheduled. So I want to bring him on because even though you read the write-up, I don't think you guys truly understand the significance and the massive opportunity that is there. So I want to bring him on for an interview. I told him I want to do an interview like on one day, let's say it's Tuesday or Wednesday, and then 2 days later I want to do like a Google Meet or Zoom call where members can ask him questions, concerns. And I think that when people actually hear what the plans are, they're going to get so freaking excited about this opportunity that right now, yeah, they read their write-up, they like it, but the moment they hear the plan, I think it's gonna become clearer just how massive it is. And now I'm doing this while everybody else is focusing on Robinhood, GameStop, and all these other names. And I'm telling you guys this because you can get distracted by this, or you can treat it as an opportunity that you have less competition. And I'm not saying that you need to go and you need to become part of microcap explosion. You don't need me, okay? If you want to, you can, but you don't need me. You can go out there on your own, find great companies, find great opportunities. You barely have any competition, okay? Use this as an opportunity to get ahead in life instead of investing in trash that everybody else is talking about. So that's my message to you is don't worry about what the other people are doing. Focus on you, focus on the opportunities. If you stick and you have a discipline, do not to get distracted every day by this. And I'm listening to this. Of course everybody is listening to this, but try not to get distracted because it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to want to go after the easy money. It appears easy. Now, you can make a ton of money if you go and analyze companies in places that nobody else wants to go because they're too busy with being distracted. So, thanks for watching. Have a good day.